Teen Survival Week continues in full swing right now. We're talking about parents and drugs and teenagers. Too bad they go together sometimes.
I was just about to say the same thing. Isn't it crazy? Well, FBI agent J.J. Klaver is here with some items that your teen may be stashing drugs in. And it's amazing when I look at these, J.J., I go, they look like everyday items. I'm confused.
They sure do.
Well, I think that's the point. They're marketed presumably for people to store valuables in. You could put money, jewelry, put it on your shelf and help protect your valuables. And they're supposed to look like everyday items so they don't arouse anybody's suspicion.
So kids go, oh, I know where mom and dad hide their jewels and their money, in the bottom of this fake Scotch Guard can. Now, this is how it works. There's the can. So the kids get this. Because this is not an illegal item. They put it right in there.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy because to walk up to it, and if you were actually looking, maybe I'd pop off the top thinking, okay, maybe they're hiding something there. But clearly, when you pop off the top and go right ahead, Mike, pop off that top. And it's a normal looking. Isn't that the kicker in this?
And like the soda bottle, I mean, it has liquid in the top and the bottom, but it comes apart to reveal a secret compartment.
That is the most... Yeah, I think the most effective one, because look, you're like you say, the liquid there, they put liquid in the bottom of it here.
So where do you get these things?
Well, we seize them in the course of investigations. I don't know exactly where they can be purchased, but again, they are available for legitimate purposes, a fire extinguisher.
Yeah, this is like a slap in the face, right? Because you're going in to do a drug bust. Do you check every fire extinguisher? Because we would think that would be a spot. It's a safety concern for crying out loud. Would you ever think to check the bottom?
Well, obviously, we're always alert to places where evidence and contraband can be hidden. So, we are very conscious of places that we can find the evidence that we're looking for when we conduct search warrants and other activities.
Now, how much do these cost? Like a regular fire extinguisher is probably, well, I don't know, $20 or something like that?
I honestly don't know the answer to that. We didn't buy these.
Oh, right.
We seized them, and we've never bought these. So
okay.
I don't know what they sell for.
So you're not at all surprised I'm surprised by these items. Do you think parents would be? Is this something that, as a mom or as a dad, that when you suspect that your child is maybe using drugs, that you go in their room and check their soda cans?
I think obviously
do that one for me.
As law enforcement officers, we're not surprised when we see things like this. But again, I think the average person might be not familiar with an item like this that can hide things, including contraband. I think that one might be broken. It's not opening.
Okay.
Fantastic.
But it's not just headshots or head shops, rather, that you find these. You could find these. They're legit. What happens if you're caught with these? Anything?
Well, there's nothing illegal about these items per se.
Okay.
For us, it's what's potentially in the items that's illegal. If there are illegal drugs or other evidence that we're looking for. I do have kids.
Teens?
Preteen.
Preteen. So here you go. Strap in, JJ. With the FBI, have you talked to your kids about drugs?
Yeah, obviously we do. I mean, we want them to be aware of what's out there. It's maybe I'm more cynical than the average person from my 20 years as an FBI agent, but I think it's important for parents to talk to their kids and be aware of what their kids are doing, and the communication is important, obviously.
Do you think you'll be the type of parent that goes into the room and looks around? You think that's a good idea?
Well, if my kids are watching this on TV, I don't think I want to admit to that.
That's a very good point. JJ, thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
I think a lot of parents didn't realize this is where stuff's being stashed. Okay, now tomorrow, it's all about sex and your teen. When's the best time to talk about it? Should you even bring up abstinence, sex education in schools? We'll talk about that a little bit. What's the best way to get the message across
We're going to talk with not only adults about it and people who are professionals in the field, but also some teens to find out, what would make them uncomfortable or what would make them comfortable to talk to their parents about. That's coming up tomorrow.
All right, teens and sex tomorrow.
Mike, Sally Ann, I just Googled products to hide your jewelry.